Kevino de Kai, Ezopele.
Le mono se caste un Le mono se caste un De mondira kamu cascade.
Hello, fellow Nigerians. I've come back with a brand new topic to discuss. This time, I'm going to talk about the recent disqualification of Miss Doris Jarlee. I know many people have argued different points of view, and many people have condemned the election commission, while others have defended the position of the election commission. But my focus is not whether the election commission was right or whether the election commission was wrong. My point of argument is the inability of the Djibouti camp to salvage the reputation, the image of the person that they were carrying for the position of treasurer. I was amazed that Mr. James Djibouti or his surrogates or his public relation were unable to educate the people of Nigeria about the qualification of Doris Jarlee. And even up to the present, there is not a strong point coming from the Djibouti camp. I have seen write-ups by Mr. Ellis Yella. I do not know Ellis Yella to be a strong member of the Djibouti camp, and if he did, that's news to me. But these are the things we are talking about. I must admit that what I've read of the resume or the CV that Ms. Jarlee submitted to the Independent Election Commission of the Grand Jury Association states that she entered the college 2011 and up to present she is studying business administration. Those of us who know what business administration is, we know that you do accounting when you're doing business administration. And the Constitution calls for general knowledge of accounting to serve as treasurer of this organization. So if Doris Jarlee is still attending the college, no matter what level of she found herself, whether the freshman or sophomore or junior or senior, she must have a general knowledge of the accounting profession. But that's something that can be debated by every Nigerian. What cannot be debated, what cannot be overruled is the exposure of Doris to public ridicule by her own team. You know, somebody argue, and rightly, my friend and brother Augustine Menye, that the election commission did not disqualify any member of Fred Guyon's team. How will they disqualify a member of Fred Guyon's team? You know, the people in that way are very calculative. We plan before we move. This is the only organization, this is the only campaign group that remains intact while every other campaign groups were dissolved after election. We were organized, we had administration, we had an organized committee that ran the affairs until we held a primary that we invited Mr. Menye to, that he was not prepared to participate. So the election commission acted within the wisdom of their thinking. So it was prudent that they did what they did. But I want to tell Doris Jarlee not to be angry. You want to get angry, be angry with your own team. They fail to protect you. They fail to promote you. They fail to project you. This is not what that way does. This is not what Fred Guion team does. If I, Gibson Jarlee, was on that team, I would have made sure that the people of Grand Gillette knew who Doris Jarlee was. Unfortunately, the people expose you to public ridicule. They are the one who brought disgrace to your name. They are the one who brought public disrepute to your name. They are the one you can be angry with. Because Doris is very simple. Before Mr. Djibouti chose you, he must have considered the factors. He must have known you. You must have told him your standard of education, which college you were attending, what course were you doing. So the moment, the time, and the date that this issue was raised that you were not qualified, they should have gone into action to explain to the people of Grand Gillette that we were acting on wrong sentiments, and they would have told everyone and giving the evidence and giving the facts that would have erased the bad notion about your educational background. But they didn't do it. Now, here's the situation. So I guess, Doris, when you're sitting at home, you are so angry with Mr. Jarlee and the rest of the election commissioners. Well, you don't have to, and you shouldn't, because the people you should be angry with are your own team. They failed you. They failed their own group. They are not competent to project your image. I know I like to invite you to join us, because you cannot be with people who do not even trust you. You cannot be with people who do not believe in you, who cannot protect you, who cannot promote your image, who cannot lift up your right hand for the people to see, who will expose you to the people of Grand Gillette, who will bring you to public disrepute. How can a team put forward a candidate and that team cannot explain to the people of Grand Gillette in the way and manner that they will understand you and make them to believe that you are qualified for this position? And in my view, Doris, doing business administration at that college, you should have been qualified. But again, you cannot blame anybody, because it was late. The damage was already done even before the election commission made a decision. But that's the consequences of the things that happen to you when you are, flying with the wrong people. But it's not late. Just make a change and give me a call, and let's see how we can turn Grand Gillette around. With Fred Guion, we think we can manage Grand Gillette. We think we can manage Grand Gillette Association, that everybody will be proud. When election campaign opens, we will explore the avenue of talking to some of you who mean so much to Grand Gillette. You have done so much. We would never have done to you what your Djibouti group have done to you. I'm so sorry, Sister Doris Jarlee, the Queen of Grand Gillette, that this thing has happened to you. Well, this is the production of Gibson Jarlee, and I'm happy that we have discussed this again. I will come back to you with another topic another time. Thank you very much, and bye-bye for
now. Maman Soué Elodie, maman d'autres Delphine, madame le maire, Edouard Jean, Piqué Bajor, moi toi, Pépré Tcherou, Kajoé Tcherou, Asians que moi, demandez-le comment casser.